Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. Y yo. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. Ketsi. Ketsi. Hola, ¿cómo están? Yo estoy bien. Hoy es martes. Y si hoy es martes, el 8 de septiembre del 2020, ¿qué día es mañana? Mañana es miércoles, el 9 día de septiembre del 2020. Y si hoy es martes, ¿qué día fue ayer? Ayer fue lunes, el 7 día de septiembre del 2020. Okay, let's review. Who was the 39th president of the United States? Remember The Simpsons? Remember his middle name is Milhouse? Richard Milhouse Nixon. Google, who was the 39th president of the United States?
The 39th president of the United States was Jimmy Carter, who was in office from January 20th, 1977
James Earl
to January
Carter
20th,
was the 39th
1981.
president of the United States. The 40th president is Richard Milhouse Nixon. Who was the 40th president of the United States?
The 40th president of the United States was Ronald Reagan, who was in office from January 20th, 1981 to January 20th, 1989.
Interesting. Who was the 38th president of the United States?
The 38th president of the United States was Gerald Ford, who was in office from August 9th, 1974 to January 20th, 1977.
So we were learning about Jimmy Earl Carter and the 40th president. Who was the 40th president of the United States?
The 40th president of the United States was Ronald Reagan, who was in office from January
And
20th,
today,
1981 to January 20th, 1989.
we're learning about Ronald Reagan. So that's what we're learning about today. And also the country. I wanted to know the country that we're learning today is Laos. Laos. Now, what's the capital of Laos? Now, they're owned by the French. Well, the French conquered them, so they put their own names in it. So it's going to have a French capital. What is the capital of Laos?
Vientiane is the capital of Laos.
Vientiane is the capital of Laos. Okay, well, I got a little bit confused. Sorry about that. We're in the 40th president, and the 40th president is Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan. Who was the 40th president of the United States? Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan. And the 39th president was a guy named James Earl Carter. And then the one before that was Rudolph Ford, I believe. Okay, Papa needs to review. Oh, can't believe I got that wrong. Anyways, this will be a really fast one because I have to go to work, and we'll start with this one today. Jules, what time is it? And also help your sister. So that's 1 and that's 2. So we always remember on the clock, we always look at the little one first, and then we let them go first. So that's 2. And then it's at 6. So it says 30. 6. So it's 2:30. Okay. And today, since it's the 8th, we're going to learn our multiplications by 8. So Laura, what's 8 times 0? 0. Laura, what's 8 times 1? 8. Jules, what's 8 times 10? Put a 0 at the end. 80. Laura, what's 8 times 11? Remember, it's double 8, so it'll be 88. And what's 8 times 12, Jules? 88 plus 8, that's 96. And what's 8 times 9, Jules? So 80 minus 8, and that will be 72. What's 8 times 5? So if this thing's over here, what does that say? 40, see? And what's 8 times 2? 8 times 2 will be, so that's 8, and then 8 more, 16. 8 times 3, 8 more, 21, 22, 23, 20, 24. 8 times 3 is 24. No. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4, 30, 31, 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. And my favorite one, remember, 8 times 7 or 7 times 8 is 56. Good. And 8 times 8 is 64. Okay, so what's the capital of Laos? Viet Thanh. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it, but let's ask Google. What's the capital of Laos?
Its capital is Vientiane.
Vientiane. What's the capital of Laos? Vientiane. What's the capital of Laos? Vientiane. What's the capital of Laos? Vientiane. And what is the 40th President of the United States? Ronald Reagan. Who was the 40th President of the United States?
The 40th President of the United States was Ronald Reagan, who was in office from January 20th, 1981 to January 20th, 1989.
And who was the 39th President of the United States?
The 39th President of the United States was Jimmy Carter, who
Jimmy
was in office
Earl
from
Carter.
January 20th,
Ugh.
1977 to
Well,
January 20th, 1981.
I like making mistakes because this makes me want to learn too, and makes me even better, because then I know that, boy, that's wrong. And then I know, and when you're wrong, it's actually a really, really good thing, because then your brain learns, oh, we got to make the right connection. So the 40th president is Ronald Reagan, the 39th president is Jimmy Earl Carter, and the 38th president was Gerald Ford. Who was the 38th president of the United States?
The 38th President of the United States was Gerald
Gerard
Ford, who was in
Rudolph
office from
Ford
August 9th,
Jr.
1974 to January 20th, 1977.
Who was the 37th president of the United States? And that's Richard Milhouse Nixon, I believe.
The 37th President of the United States was Richard Nixon, who was in office from January 20th, 1969 to August 9th, 1974.
There we go. We're back on track. Okay. So, what's the capital of Laos? Vietnam's. What's the capital of Laos? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know how to write it.
That's pronounced the capital of Laos.
What's the capital of Laos?
Vientiane is the capital of Laos.
Vientiane. Okay, and then the 40th president of the United States is Ronald Reagan. Okay. Hoy es martes, mañana es miércoles, ayer fue lunes, ya nos vemos. We learn our 8s, tomorrow we'll learn our 9s and review. Jules, you're the best, you're worth it and you're beautiful. Te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Laura Quetzal, you're the best, you're worth it and you're beautiful. Te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Hugs. Hasta luego, hasta mañana.